Benny Safdie's The Smashing Machine, starring Emily Blunt and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, is about the story of mixed martial arts and UFC champion Mark Kerr, which we never actually see a UFC fight in this film. I just thought that was interesting. Now, this film, first off, stu performances. Everyone in this, Emily Blunt is incredible. I love Baz Rutten in anything he turns up in. And even Ryan Bader playing Mark Coleman, I didn't expect. He's good. He's all right. He's okay. He's good. He's fine. He's all right. He's okay. We also take a second to just it. Any interview, post-fight, pre-fight, in this, the guy is he just oozes a certain kind of charisma. And I'm not just saying that because he could murder me with his bare hands. But legitimately, I think once he's done with boxing, I'd like to see that dude pop up in more films. But yeah, so we get into the life of Mark from the early days of Pride. Now, this was quite a bit before my time. I absolutely love the UFC. Alex Pereira Ankalaev 2 tonight. I cannot wait for. I'm going to watch that at 6 a.m. So that's going to be horrific. It's great being yeah. So we start off in the Pride days and the days when you could gouge a man's face off and absolutely obliterate his bloodline with your shins. I love the effect and the camera tricks they use to make you feel like you're watching one of those old UFC shows. They were before me, and I've gone back and I try and go back and watch as much as I can when I can. There's a lot. But like you go back and watch an old Quinton Jackson Pride fight, Don Fry. There are dudes that Don Fry is like the most manliest men that's ever menned. And there's little references. There's no Joe Rogan in this film. I would like to have seen. They should have just had Kevin James play him. I don't know why. That would just amuse me. But yes, you don't get any of the UFC, but you do get the main story of Mark Kerr and his relationship with his ex-wife, Dawn Staples, and that he's battling addiction whilst battling this toxic relationship, and they're both at fault. No, the film doesn't make a point of, they don't go into The Rock's contract and say, well, you can't lose every fight. You can't win every fight. And although there is sort of like jokes there's like moments in this film where he's like, I can't lose. And I'm thinking, yeah, we fucking know. It's in your other movies. And it is the way it handles the addiction stuff and the toxic relationship stuff is what is the main part of this film. And it's also, I think, one of its main issues is because Mark Kerr's life and the stories they're trying to tell, so much happened over so long that I feel like the film, you skip through time a lot. And it's a story that you could have done as a series, like a 6-episode, hour each. You would have got more story in these times, more times to focus on the training and the fights and the addiction. So a lot of the time it can feel like certain story beats or certain things. There's a moment when so you've seen it in the trailer when he's in hospital, he's got the gown on and he's overdosed, but you don't see it and you don't really see the post effect. He's overdosed. Every time The Rock cries in this film, he covers his face. That bugged the absolute. Anyway, and then he's in rehab and then he's out. He's The Rock again. He's not. And I feel like that the main issue comes down to the pacing of the film. It's fairly long, but not long enough to tell the stories that it wants to tell. Overall, I came out super happy. I thought this was like I said, a really well done film. Acting all round's pretty good. It tells, and the story itself is interesting and there's interesting things in it. I just personally feel like it would have served better as a series with a lot longer to tell, to give the respect to everyone in it that they deserve. But overall, definitely good. I will say this, the reason that I believe, so there's a debate online at the moment, who's the better wrestler turned actor between John Cena, Batista and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And I do think part of the reason that Batista and John Cena have done so well is because they're not picking specific roles like where they're Oscar bait films. They will do like John Cena just did episode 7 of Peacemaker, and he gave the best acting he's ever given in his career in that episode. And then he'll do like an Enemies of State type film with Idris Elba. I got the name wrong. And and then he'll do something else where he gets to flex. And Batista's been doing the same thing between Glass Onion They'll do like Knock at the Cabin in the Woods. Terrible, sorry. And there was an interview with Dwayne Johnson where he's like, well, I don't want to be pigeonholed, or I was into these roles, so now I'm going to start doing these. You can do both. I feel like the mark of a good actor is the ability to transition between these roles so seamless. It's completely off topic and unrelated to the film, but it's something that I was just thinking about. But as films where there's like 15-minute standing ovations, like this was, standing ovation was by the people that made it. So I mean, I wouldn't have. I mean, if I finished this film and someone clapped next to me for 15 minutes, I'd wonder, why am I still here? Why do I know that it's been 15 minutes? But overall, no, overall, genuinely enjoyable film. Is it a Warrior or a Welcome to the Boom? No. Is it better than Steve Austin's 2011 Knockout boxing movie? Yes. Fucking hell, have you seen that film? Jesus, right. But it is, as sports films go, it's worth a watch if you're interested in that. Anyway, I'm going to go a 3.5 out of 5. And until the next one, thank you very much. Whoosh.